Hi, I'm Jim Binder, the state coordinator with the Wisconsin Cooperative Trappers Education Program. I'd like to talk a little bit about population dynamics as far as it relates to responsible trapping. First, we're going to talk about a few definitions. Population is the total number of animals. In other words, you could say the total number of animals in Wapaka County. The population is, 6,482 raccoons or some number like that, or you could say the number of animals in Wisconsin. The density, the population density, is the number of animals in a defined area, such as 10 raccoons per square mile. That's a density. The carrying capacity is the number of animals that can live in an area and be happy and healthy. That would be have enough food and shelter and water and cover and be interspersed to the point where they're not competing with each other. That is the carrying capacity. Carrying capacity varies throughout the year. It's different in the spring and the summer than it is in the fall, and then of course than it is in the winter. Harvestable surplus is the number of animals in excess of the carrying capacity. In our case as trappers, the harvestable surplus is measured during the trapping season. In other words, the number of animals that can winter over in the area that we're trapping would be the number in excess of that would be the harvestable surplus that we could take without hurting the breeding population. Finally, natality is the birth rate. Mortality is obviously the death rate. So what we're going to do is we're going to construct a 40-acre area. This 40 here is 36 acres of corn, 4-acre corner here that's kind of low. It's a high brushy swale, a few den trees, maybe a rock pile, little stream running through it. There's crayfish and minnows, maybe frogs and tadpoles in there. In the tall grass there might be mice and rabbits and maybe some ground nesting birds. Few den trees where the raccoons can make their dens. Well, what happens is, let's say that in this 40 acres, the carrying capacity throughout the year, through the winter, is 6 raccoons. For our construct here, we're going to say 3 males, 3 females. In the winter, January, February, mommy and daddy get together, have that special raccoon hug. Along comes April, and we've got baby raccoons being born. Well, all of a sudden, those 3 breeding pairs have 12 babies now. We've got 18 raccoons. And through the summer, when the stream is flowing and there's all kinds of stuff for them to eat, and then we've got this crop field, lots of food, 18 raccoons is fine. We get into fall, the crop gets harvested, there's still some waste going into October, November. Raccoons are still doing fine. All of a sudden, ground freezes and that white stuff hits. This area cannot support 18 raccoons. Some of them are going to disperse. Some of them are not going to make it. If you've ever seen distemper or parvovirus among the raccoon population, that's what happens when the excess isn't controlled in one way, shape, or form. Through dispersal, through predation, through trapping, or whatever means, 6 animals, more than 6 animals can't live here. So we've got 18 going into trapping season. We know the carrying capacity is 6. The harvestable surplus is 12. That's what we as responsible trappers strive to harvest. If you look at that in a graph form, you see in the fall we're at our highest population, whereas our carrying capacity of 6 is down here. This area below the curve is the harvestable surplus. That's what we as responsible trappers, as ethical trappers, strive to harvest so that they can go through the winter and come out in the spring happy and healthy and the breeding population is not hurt. I appreciate that you've taken the time to watch this video, and as always, happy trapping.